VIP.
Throw it up, stiff and strong. Call shotgun for the ride along.
Bobby Lee and Shorty D, we smoking out that VIP.
Throw it up, stiff and strong. Call shotgun for the ride along.
Drink up, yeah. Drink up. I like them Southern Bells and them Daisy Dukes that shake them hips and raise some hell.
Yes, I'm a sweetheart Southern Belle, and yeah, I'm known to raise a little hell.
Them Southern Bells and them Daisy Dukes that shake them hips and raise some hell.
Yes, I'm a sweetheart Southern Belle, and yeah, I'm known to raise a little hell.
I'm shotgun toting, buckshot blasting out in the woods where I'm supposed to be.
You take me out the country, can't take the country out of me.
I'm shotgun toting, buckshot blasting out in the woods where I'm supposed to be.
You take me out the country, can't take the country out of me.
Riding down the road, got my dog. Time for me to go hunt me a hog.
I'm a Bud Light drinker, outlaw living out in the woods with all my dogs.
Riding down the road, got my dog. Time for me to go hunt me a hog.
I'm a Bud Light drinker, outlaw living out in the woods with all my dogs.
Got my hog, put it on the grill. Time for me to eat for real.
I'm country fried, baptized, but you know I keep the beer on chill.
Got my hog, put it on the grill. Time for me to eat for real.
I'm country fried, baptized, but you know I keep the beer on chill.
Keep it homegrown.
Mudslinging, hill raising, cup in one hand, whiskey drinking, gear jamming, beer slamming, shaking what your mama gave you. Music's loud in the cab of my truck. Them 33s can't get me stuck. Ain't a whole lot around here to do, so load it down with your best homebrew. Yeti up, up, fill it up, pour it to the brim, turn the speakers up. We're getting backwoods wild in the field with our tailgates down. Sip, tip, raise your cup. The night ain't over till you're falling in love. Grab your girl right now. Sing along to the songs of the South. Yeti up. We're big wheeling, kiss stealing. You wanna drive? Well, girl, hop in it. That love song, turn my baby on. You're my ride or die, you're my cruise song. Windows down, we can't fog it up. We got a little time so we can make love. Then we'll get this party back on track. Reach in, grab another six-pack. Yeti up, up, fill it up. Pour it to the brim, turn the speakers up. We're getting backwoods wild in the field with our tailgates down. Sip, tip, raise your cup. The night ain't over till you're falling in love. Grab your girl right now. Sing along to the songs of the South. Yeah. Hauling off deep in the woods where our phones don't work too good. Camouflage background, crickets singing is the only sound. And girl, you make my head spin right around, yeah you do. Yeti up, up, fill it up, pour it to the brim, turn the speakers up. We're getting backwoods wild in the field with our tailgates down. Yeah. Yeti up, up, fill it up, pour it to the brim, turn the speakers up. We're getting backwoods wild in the field with our tailgates down. Sip, tip, raise your cup. The night ain't over till you're falling in love. Grab your girl right now. Sing along to the songs of the South. Yeah, yeah. The night ain't over till you're falling in love.
All right, speaker, we're back with Homegrown.
Yee, baby.
Yeah, yee. All right, Homegrown, you're not only an artist, you are also, and you not only do things homegrown, keep it, in family, you actually help your community stuff out. Like I can't think of the big ass word right now. because I smoked too much today too.
Starts to the philanthropist or whatever.
Philanthropist, yes.
No, that wouldn't be me. I'll be honest with you. I just try to be a good guy, man. As simple as that is. The truth is, I came from like a very hard life, where we were extremely poor, and everybody we knew was extremely poor. So I know what it's like to do without. I know what it's like to be in need. And the truth is, I believe that when God blesses you, you're supposed to share them blessings, plain and simple. And if you don't, God will take them back. And I do a lot for my community. The truth is, I talk about it and I make videos about it. And I've seen people go on Facebook on my videos, and they're like, "You shouldn't make a video of you, feeding a homeless guy. You should just do it out of the kindness of your heart." And I get angry at that because the truth is, those people never see the messages that I do. Man, we go out into the community. Just this last Christmas, we raised over 1,000 toys by standing on the street corner myself, dressed as Santa Claus, with my kids, collecting toys and donations for 2 different weekends in a row. And when we post videos like that, man, I get messages just bombarding in my email, in my inbox, in my email, and my text messages about kids and how we motivated them to do this and to do that. I got one guy who's a homeless veteran. He calls himself the happiest homeless guy in the world. And I go see him, and I hang out with him, and I make a quick video with him, and I put it on Facebook. And what I do is I tell people where the guy's at. And nobody sees it but me. But, hey, in the next 3-4 days, I might get 20 messages from people, fans of mine, friends of mine, people that want to help out. And they go by there and they check on that guy. They talk to him. They take him food. They make sure he's got blankets. They make sure he's and the other, and everything you need. So we not only help out in the community, we try to motivate other people to help out in the community as much as we can. The truth is, I don't mean to sound like a goober, but the world's got enough assholes in it. Everybody ain't got to be hard all the time. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
I came from a hard life. I can be as hard as anybody. I came from the streets. I was a gang member when I was a teenager. I was a hardcore drug dealer when I was in my early 20s. Went to prison a couple times. I can be as hard as anybody wants to be, but I don't like to be. I like to be a nice guy. I like to be, the guy who goes out, helps people, and does things to make the community a better place, and make the world a damn better place. Man, everybody is all the time arguing and going at each other and this, that, and the other. And, people have egos in the music business. You see that a lot. I've seen so many egos. It's just not like that for me, man. I can't tell you. People brag about how they feel when they're on stage and this, that, and the other. And don't get me wrong, I love shows and I love meeting people and doing all that stuff. But the best feeling in the world to me is when we count up 1,000 damn toys that we got because Homegrown and his kids stood on the corner for 2 weeks in a row, and we pass out those toys to families. That's the best feeling in the world to me. And I ain't going to trade that for nothing in the world, not for music success or money or none of that other stuff. Some of my best friends are homeless people. I get along with them better than I do most people in society sometimes.
No, absolutely. Like, people, there's such a stigma to homeless people, and they look to people, what people automatically think of them. When actually there's some of the smartest, brightest people out there, they're making do with what they have.
Yeah, they do. They get like the guy I was just telling you about, the happiest homeless guy in the world. He's a veteran. And a lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people are like, I've seen these people on Facebook talking bad about this guy, and they were, oh, well, he's out there begging for money and this, that, and the other. And the truth is, that guy wasn't. They don't know this guy. He's a homeless guy. But all he really wants to do, this is what caught my attention too, is stand on the sidewalk and wave an American flag and wave at passing cars. He doesn't stand out and ask for money or donations or any of that. He just likes waving and talking to people.
That's awesome.
In that. And just because he's homeless doesn't mean he's stupid. It doesn't mean he's, or can't do this or can't do that. He can. He just needs a little damn help every now and then. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people do. Hell, we've all been there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I try not to pass any man that needs help without lending a hand. It's just who I try to be. I wasn't raised like that. I didn't have anybody to teach me morals and values and say, my music, but I don't cuss in my music. If y'all, listen, there's like one or two songs I did when I first started on my first album where I said one or two cuss words, and then I immediately got away from that because, in my opinion, we're all role models for kids, whether or not we want to be or not. You can hear people say that. I've heard rappers say that. Well, I ain't no role model for no kid. You don't get to pick that. The truth is, if you get up here and you make music videos and you put out songs, kids are going to imitate you. You're going to be a role model. So I try not to cuss in my videos. We talk about homegrown stuff. I mean, hell, I'm rolling the blunt right now. Talking about that kind of stuff, not in the least, but we try to do it in a way that it's okay for the kids to hear. You know what I mean? I have a lot of kid fans. They sing my songs. Parents send me videos of kids singing my songs and word for word right along with it. They never have a problem with it.
You also have two sons yourself, don't you?
So what now?
You got two boys yourself, right?
I do. I got Bobby and Robbie, a.k.a. Little Homegrown and Homegrown Junior, if you ask them. We actually live in my dad's own place. I recently inherited my dad's own place, and we live out in the country together. And it's an adventure. It is. I never saw myself as like a single father, but not to pat myself on the back or nothing, but I'm doing a pretty damn good job of it right now. I'm juggling music and a CBD business, and we've just released a book and my family, and I'm doing it all by myself, and everybody over here's got smiles on their face.
I have to say you are a really good dad, and I see the stuff that gets posted and how upset those boys get, and I apologize for what you're going through, and there shouldn't ever be a mother like that, but you're doing a hell of a job, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I tell you what, I'm going to give myself a plug here. I'm doing something called Homegrown's House. And anybody who wants to check that out, it's pretty much just me and my kids. It's our everyday life, and it's basically a small reality show that I put together myself in a homegrown kind of way. It looks just like any reality show you'll see on TV, but we put it on YouTube. And if anybody wants to check that out, they can go to Homegrown Family, which is my YouTube page. Make sure to hit that subscribe button when you do, because it gives me and my boys a couple cents. And we need as much sense as we can around here to pay that light bill.
Right.
But, we have, I think I just dropped episode 13. We're up to episode 13 right now. And those are all Homegrown's House. It's me, my kids, our everyday life, the music business, the wrestling business, everything from our dog to grocery shopping. It's the inside look of Homegrown's House for sure.
That's awesome. Did you say wrestling?
Wrestling,
that's right. And that's with an R, RASSLIN, wrestling. I was able to live my wrestling dreams a little bit, man. Hell, I'm smiling right now. I know you can hear it. As soon as we get talking about wrestling, I start smiling.
Right on.
I grew up watching wrestling, and I got to meet all the big wrestlers before they were big, before wrestling blew up. I met Ric Flair and Sting and the Four Horsemen, and man, I can't even name all the wrestlers I met right here in our Civic Center in Albany. And when I became a musician, I was able to get into a little bit of wrestling myself. I worked with a company called Georgia Wrestling Extreme for a while, and Explosive Pro Wrestling, a couple other independent wrestlings. And, one or two of the wrestling organizations try to get me trained as a wrestler. I just got too much going on for all that, but I do got a mouthpiece, so I became a manager. And not to toot my own damn horn, I'm a pretty damn good manager. Everybody I managed either had a belt or was on their way to winning one. Homegrown Nation is what we called ourselves, and we kicked ass and take names, man. I've damn sure got to put some smiles on some kids' faces doing that. That's one of the reasons we do that is the kids. My kids sit in the front row and look at me like I'm Superman when I'm in that ring. And Daddy's crew always kicks ass, so they're always happy.
That's awesome.
So, I'm going to ask you for some parenting advice right here.